Nobody gives you a playbook on how to be a good manager or how to be a good leader. You pick up things along the way.
Oh, goodness, that is so powerful.
This is Blair Durham with Black Wall Street Today, your media hub for all things Black entrepreneurship, politics, news, and events in Hampton Roads and beyond.
Now, here's your host, Blair Durham.
Welcome back. It's the 110th edition of Black Wall Street Today with Blair Durham. Wow, we've had an amazing show thus far and super excited to welcome Dr. Karen Hills-Pruden. She is the owner of Pruden Global Business Solutions Consulting, LLC. As a career elevation expert, Dr. Pruden offers expert coaching to women middle managers who aspire to senior leadership positions. Dr. Pruden has over 20 years of experience in human resource management, which has been the springboard that granted her access to impact over 50,000 employees through direct interaction, succession planning, coaching, mentoring, and policy writing. She's also a certified diversity executive and a 5-time author with 2 publications reaching #1 on the Amazon bestsellers list. Additionally, Dr. Pruden is a speaker for colleges and universities, such as Virginia Union University. She's a repeat conference speaker for Society of Human Resource Managers, as well as historic organizations, including the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, better known as the NAACP. Welcome, Dr. Karen. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me.
I am so excited to have you. This has been, wow, probably a year or more in the making. So I'm grateful that the stars aligned and we're able to get you on the show. And super grateful for just your work and your leadership in our region as well. So my big question for you, I know we've got a push right now with your new book, your anthology, Undeterred. Can you talk about why you're so passionate about helping women to tell their story?
Absolutely. I'd like to empower women to use all of their gifts. I think many times women undervalue their accomplishments. We have a tendency not to give ourselves enough credit for how far we've come, the things we've done. And so through publishing and speaking, I provide an outlet where women can reflect, and through book publication, they can have tangible proof in the form of a book of their accomplishment. And so a lot of my clients are repeat clients, and so they sell their books as products in their various businesses. And I like to believe that I help facilitate emotional empowerment as well as financial independence to a degree by providing this type of help for women.
You know, that's so powerful, kind of everything you distilled there. I was thinking about a conversation I was having earlier, you know, just casually sharing some of my work and da-da-da-da-da. And the person I was speaking to, you know, he was blown away. And, you know, it just reminded me of something you just said. I think we do tend to not place a whole lot of emphasis on what it is that we're able to accomplish, you know, specifically thinking about all of the different roles that we operate in. So I think it's a very powerful platform that you've established. So talk a little bit about the current book and sort of your motivation behind this particular piece.
Yes, my current book is Undeterred, Success Stories of Female Leaders Who Pursued a Seat at the Table Despite Setbacks. And really, it continues the theme of what I stand for. As women, we have a tendency to keep things moving. And so the women in this book, and Blair, we had the honor of you being one of the co-authors. And we have 9 other women: Waniko, Siobhan, Shauna, Karen, Dolores, Monet, Christina, Lisa, and Sarah. All of them have unique stories of how they've overcome different things, but various things, to find their identity, to either have a position within a company, how they had to fight for it, start their businesses, And that one author even talks about her relationship with God and how God played a role in the process. And so this book allows the reader to look into each woman's experience and see how they kept pushing through these various barriers and obstacles that we sometimes don't even talk about when we push through them. And so the women, including yourself, Blair, were able to reflect on what experience that they wanted to share with the world in 1,000 or to 1,500 words or less. And it is, we're going to have our virtual lunch on next week. And so I am excited for both you and all of the other co-authors, and congratulations.
No, thank you so much again for just for the opportunity to be able to share. You know, we say often that we don't necessarily get a roadmap. You know, we go to school, we do whatever that part of it is going to look like. We start our professional path, and then we realize, okay, wow, you know, life is going to throw challenges at me. You know, at some point we just kind of get used to the reality that it's not going to be easy. And, you know, I think about the role of developing that thick skin in my own journey and trying to instill into my daughter, you know, this idea that, you know, you've got to be and show up as your best self no matter what is taking place around you. Pandemic, don't see your friends, all, like, that can't be, you know, you can't become that, right? And so I just, again, I think it's a powerful tool for reflection that, yes, you know, we do the thing that we did, but we did it kind of as a result of and in spite of, and in some cases because of all of the things that we've been through. So talk to us about kind of the other piece that you do in terms of the coaching for those who aspire to senior leadership positions. I have another friend who recently started something called Career Caviar with a similar focus on helping women to grow in leadership with their work positions. Can you talk about what inspired that and what that looks like?
Absolutely. So I have been in a supervisor/manager/leader role since I was probably about 16.
Wow.
And I'm not one that likes to hide my age, so I'm 54 now. So from 16 to 54, I've been in charge of others from the age of 16. And you know, I've learned through experience of what I did wrong, and I learned from example of what I did right. But what I learned later in life is that nobody gives you a playbook on how to be a good manager or how to be a good leader. You pick up things along the way as you're working. Right. And you have some good bosses and you have some bad bosses. And so you kind of take from those individuals, and sometimes you don't even realize that you may pick up some of those things that aren't good. It's just things that you were taught to do. And so I decided that since I had made it up to senior leadership very early in my career, and I did it through trial and error, that I would help women out behind me with a playbook. And part of that playbook is the coaching aspect that I do. I specifically work with female professionals, specifically middle managers who are seeking senior leadership positions. I'm a C-suite executive. I work with people who aspire to be at the C-suite, which is the most senior role in your particular department or wherever you work at. There usually it can be director, vice president, assistant vice president, but you're the most senior role. And so there's a transition that goes from a manager to a leader. And nobody talks about what that transition is. Some people even think that they're the same, and they're not. and how you get the work done is even different in the C-suite. And so since there was no playbook, I wrote a book about it. I coach. I share all of the secrets of the C-suite. I talk about the employment recruitment process. I talk about leading with data. I talk about executive communication. I talk about networking up, down, and all around in terms of talking to your employees and talking to senior leaders, as well as talking to people in your same pay grade, and how all of those relationships benefit you as a leader. And so nobody tells you that maybe you should go out to lunch with a coworker one day, for the people who believe that you want to keep work at work, because a lot of decisions are made outside of the office, So I provide all of the insider secrets for women. I have a passion for women because we're disproportionately still in the seat at the table is more men than women. And so I want to use myself as a cheat sheet for professional women who want to elevate in corporate America.
Oh, goodness, that is so powerful. Oh, my goodness, incredibly powerful. People talk about corporate America as if it is its own entire world. And hearing what you just said, I thought about the various sets of rules and all of the, I hate to use the term, politics that are involved in navigating the different spaces. How would one get that kind of intel? Man, I think I knew I was a misfit early on. I'm just like, okay, I don't understand that space. But having someone like you with, your level of experience and expertise to kind of come alongside me to say, no, this is how we, and this is how we type an email to someone in this position, as opposed to, that's just next level. So what's the name of the book, and how can we access that?
The playbook is called Prudent Principles, 10 Principles to Propel Women to the C-Suite. And actually, just for, if any of your listeners are interested in it, I will even provide a special where your listeners can get it for the next 24 hours at cost, which is, the book usually sells for $20. I'll sell it at $10, which is at cost plus shipping, if they want to email free gift at Pruden Global Business Solutions Consulting. And if they put Prudent Principles in the subject line, I'll send them an invoice and they can get it at cost. But it's called Prudent Principles, 10 Principles to Propel Women to the C-Suite.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't get enough time to write that down. Okay, free gift at Pruden Global Business Solutions.com. Pruden Global Business Solutions.com. Free gift at Pruden Global Business Solutions.com. In the subject line, we're going to say Prudent Principles.
Prudent Principles.
Perfect.
And that's for the next 24 hours.
Okay. Awesome. Man, that's so powerful. So powerful. What else can we expect? We've got, oh goodness, I'm getting a note. We're not supposed to discuss prices on air. My apologies. What else can we expect? What's next coming from Dr. Karen Hills-Pruden? We got about a minute and a half remaining.
Yeah, next for me, I am speaking at the New Year, New You conference. And so that'll happen January 2nd. And I'm actually using another one of my hats. I believe in multiple streams of income. And so I'm also a real estate investor and a landlord. And so I'm teaching a class on how to place a house, how to buy a house on layaway, how to get a house or real estate and move in tomorrow and close on it a year from there. That's not the official title, but that's basically the gist of the class, is how to leverage, how to buy real estate, put it on hold for a year and close on it a year later. And so I'm sharing those secrets, and that's at the New Year, New You conference.
And how do we get information on that conference?
That conference is, it has its own website. It's the New Year, NewYouConference.com.
The New Year, New You Conference.
No, New Year, not the, but New Year, NewYouConference.com.
New Year, NewYouConference.com. Amazing. Dr. Karen Hills-Pruden, you are an entire movement unto yourself. This is incredible. We're out of time, but I want to make sure that we have you back in quarter one of 2021. I feel like we could have had an entire hour with you as well. You have lots to share, and certainly we can benefit from your content. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Absolutely, and I'll be glad to come back.
Fantastic.
This show is brought to you by Positive Vibes Incorporated, our consulting services. We do credit fixes, tax resolution, we lend private money to real estate investors, and we do debt consolidations. Basically, we put money in your pocket when you need money. We put money in your pocket when you need money. 757-932-0177.
Phenomenal. Stay with us online at Black Wall Street Today on Facebook and Black Wall Street Today on Instagram, and then follow us on Twitter as well at BWS Today. We look forward to talking again next week. Have a wonderful week. I have said, and I will continue to say, that the most important priority for the Black community is the Black community, not a particular political party. Phenomenal.
Hey, yo, when I say Black, you say Wall Street. Black Wall Street. When I say Black, you say Wall Street. Black. When I say Black, you say Wall Street. Black. When I say Black, you say Wall Street. Black. Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street.
Phenomenal.